Hello! Welcome to Anime Mystics. I'm Roman, and tonight I am watching Golden Kamuy Episode 9. So, last episode, we picked up where we left off with Shiraishi getting chased by that one dude that has that plate in his head. Excuse me. Um, the dude got shot in the shoulder. It did kind of stop him. And then the other guys that were part of the new Shinsengumi showed up to grab him because he's causing a scene. uh, Also, they were trying to cause a distraction. They ended up blowing up a building because the leader of this new group needed to go to a bank to get his sword back because they had his sword in storage, like a safe deposit box. So he went and grabbed it and then left with it, getting shot at by the lieutenant for the was it the 7th Division, but didn't get hit at all, and they ended up getting away. Meanwhile, Shiraishi and the others are back at in the forest, trying to capture some food. They ended up catching I think it was a tanuki. But Shiraishi got bit in the head and it ran off. And then they're calling him useless and stuff, and I don't know. So he decides to try to prove that he's not useless. He asked Asirpa if he can borrow Retar. But she said no. He's not really her wolf. And she's not gonna, she can't lend him to anybody. So that was out. However, the dog that belonged to that one hunter is still around and is with them. So he takes the dog, gives him a scent, and tells him to follow it. The dog ends up leading him to the hideout, or the new headquarters, I guess, for the new Shinsengumi. And he's spying on him. The big guy is in there, the one with the big thing in his forehead. And he's talking with one of the other guys. And he ends up getting captured. He's watching, but they see him. The other guy at least sees him and knows he's there, jumps through the window and grabs him. And they end up getting him to tell them that he is working with some other people. Sugimoto. And he does not actually mention Asirpa. As far as they know, he's just working with Sugimoto. They asked if they had any of the skins, and he lied and said no, they don't. But they want him to, I don't know, take care of this one prisoner. He's a murderer, like a serial killer. He basically gets off on it. And also the thought of possibly being killed by somebody else. But he's leading them to him, saying that he just looks like some normal guy. You would never think that he was a serial killer if you saw him, which is usually how it turns out. They're just they just look like everyday people, which is why they can get away with it, because nobody ever really thinks that it could be them. But they end up going to the village, to the town, going towards the fishing area, where they run into Asirpa's uncle again, and he asks them to help him get this whale, because they're hunting whale. They're going to eat it and stuff like that. But they end up having to, Sugimoto ends up having to jump off the boat to go and rescue somebody who fell into the water. Turns out it's the guy they're looking for, but they don't know that yet because Shiraishi was left on the other boat chasing the whale, so he did not see the guy that that they saved, and he still hasn't. Dude is getting really excited about Sugimoto. He basically thinks or says that he's like he is, and is thinking about what it would be like to be killed by him or to kill him. And right now they are left alone in this one building eating some fish that they caught. So let's get into this and see what happens. See if they end up stopping the guy, getting his skin, or copying the markings on his skin, or what they're going to do. So the video is going to be located over here, and the link to the reaction is going to be in the description down below. And we're going to start this episode in 3, 2, 1.